part of the intermediary phase after many months, or in fact a couple of years actually, preparing and gathering the ingredients and thinking to compose the vicha for making this final and gathering the energy, because it's very tiring, edition of Lockets, which I'm going to make, and with the different Muan powders, which are already now in intermediary stage. Most of them made, some of them still to be made, which at the end of this video you'll see the next powder to be made. Here we can drift over to see the Pong Praguman using for Pong Kumantong lockets. You can see I'm using a Pat Rahu statue, which comes from Potang Kloy actually, and in my bowl of Pong Asun, in the bowl of Pong Asun Asura powders, there are 3 sticks, which is not the official number of sticks for Pat Rahu, but there are 3 black sticks, because Rahu is actually reputed to have brought the word Tassa, which we use in Namo Tassa for the Buddha, for praying to Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So the 3 sticks are for Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So Pat Rahu can pray to Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and the ashes will fall in the Pong Asun. This is the Pong Praguman, which is currently residing under a payan of Ganesha or Papikanen. This is Pong Wan Loi Bad. This is sacred holy water from Wat Lahan Rai of Luang Putim. These white powders are various powders, a large mixture. This is my highly prized and very jealously guarded Pong Asun. I'm very stingy with it. It's extra, really special powder, and I spent years making it, and I only have a little bit because it's so concentrated and contains very rare and expensive ingredients, which are of course supposedly and believably powerful. This is Hinlik Lai that had from Sacred Place, which had Lek Lai running through it, which was very difficult to grind down into nothing. Made me think of how long it takes a mountain to erode into a desert. But all things are impermanent, and ashes to ashes, dust to dust. This is the Pong Yan Gop Pet, or Pong Pet, which is pure gemstone powders. You can see the gemstones glistening a little bit on this edge. Mostly finely ground up, made by a friend who assisted, and these are the gemstones he used. My friend Alistair used to bash up into the powder we were just looking at, which I then further empowered with Vichayan Gopet. This is from the 25 centuries of Buddhism 250 OBE ceremony. It's a holy water bowl which I use to keep the Ploisaic Mahapuka sap in Samrit, made from smelted ancient artifact metals with nagas and Buddhas surrounding it, a wall of Buddhas and nagas. You see there is incense to Pat Rahu passing over the screen. This is because this particular, whilst waiting for proper empowerment ritual, I keep giving, whilst in storage, giving these small bushas, and this is a busha to Pat Rahu. Say small busha, it's quite a big busha actually, but without the massive offerings. Busha to Pat Rahu for the Pong Asun, and for Sam Duang to and Ganesha and Brahma. It's a Brahma Yantra, which covers these powders, which are now, were all separated, and I documented before, all nice and separated. They're now all messed up, ready to be mashed, except for this claw-shaped tiger eye, semi-precious gem, and the Singa lion metallic statue, which will be inserted in the back, and the amethysts for these lockets. For this particular locket, those powders we were looking at were for this Pulusina Sura Taw Himawat, This is a Naga king, and we have other amulets such as Lucy, Sakyan. You can see Poge, Sakyan and Kumantong in the background, which will only receive the white Kumantong powders, none of the other powders. And these other lockets will be receiving various mixtures of powders, each powder fitting to the nature of the locket and the invocation within the locket. So there's only a few being made, but this just to show you some of the lockets. But basically still a long way to go in the making. And right now, for the Asura powders, using the Asura powders as tipak tube to put the incense sticks in, and let the ashes from the black Asura incense to the Asura Deva Pratrahu, eclipse god, eating the sun and moon, to fall into my Asura powders. And I'm back to cover up the Muan Sarn in preparation to keep with these blessed and empowered payan, not from me, from other Geji Ajarn, from Geji Ajarn monks. And still a long way to go to make more powders. There are quite about a good 3 more powdering sessions to make. As you can see, we have Ganesha and Poge watching over us. We actually have a Buddhist temple in the other corner, which is not visible in this video, and this is the side of the room where the Buddhist puja area is, which is dedicated to Poge and this kind of activity, and separate from the area of puja to the Buddha, the Dhamma and the Sangha, because magical practices and Saki practices and this kind of practices, although perhaps more than simply worldly, are not unworldly as are the achievements of the Buddha, and as unworldly as the mysteries of the universal cosmic code of the Dhamma, and not as supernatural as the achievements of the Arahants who have awoken from illusory thinking. So this is the making of the final powders, not the final powders, the next powders I'm making to add to this admixture, which is made from Watanu, earthen small Busha statue, and the clay of the head of a Kumantong, of Lumpur Dhamma Vapabuddhabad, Ratanakiri, or some people say Lumpur Kam. It's arguable. I'm going to have to use a magnifying glass on the internet because the D and the K in Thai is so similar. And if you've got bad eyes, you can see Dham as Kam and Kam as Dham. So I'm not sure. From Wat Prabhupada, great master of Kumantong and of Watanu. So they were two broken up into these powders with invocations. Ajarn Spencer for my Buddha Magic project and my own blog, signing off.